In this video, we're using the ultra-realistic fishing game Russian Fishing 4 to not only learn how to fish in the game, but also to learn how to fish in real life. I'm Bo Angles, the modern-day outdoorsman, and I've played video games my entire life, but I'm also a world traveler and extreme angler. And thanks to Russian Fishing 4 for sponsoring this video, we will be going through the beginning levels of the game and applying the lessons learned to real life, referring back to my own fishing adventures around the world. Topics such as fishing methods and where to find fish, lure types and retrieval methods, hook size, line weight, reel drag, hook depth, casting distance, terms that may mean nothing to you at the moment will be metaphorical lures for you to use in your own personal fishing skill set whenever you decide to make a cast, whether that be an RF4 or a nearby body of water in real life. But make no mistake, whether you're a new player or a veteran angler, I'm sure you'll find something in this video that piques your interest. So pack your tackle boxes, put on your learning cap, hook the like button, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's cast into it, everyone.
It's Bo Angles,
The legendary Bo Angles. As you enter Russian Fishing 4, or RF4 as I'll be referring to it, you'll be presented with a tutorial to the game, explaining the basic mechanics for movement, reacting to a bite on a float setup, as well as casting and fighting fish, before you're finally released into the world of RF4 fishing. And although this may just be a basic tutorial, these first few minutes have taught us a few basic principles to fishing. First off, our goal as an angler is to catch a fish. And to do so, we are presenting the fish with something it encounters on a daily basis, or at the very least, perks their interest. But this presentation of bait or lure is under our terms. Whether that be using bait, such as an earthworm, which they may usually find crawling at the bottom of the water body, or caught up drifting in the current, or a lure, presenting a fleeing baitfish, crustacean, or otherwise. Our goal is simulating an opportunity for the fish to eat, which, in the world of underwater survival, is usually an opportunity not likely given up. So, in this beginning tutorial at the very start of the game, we are waiting for the bobber to submerge underwater, which signifies the fish finally working up the confidence to take the entirety of the bait, hook included, and swim off with it, moving or submerging our bobber in the process. Similarly with the lure, we are waiting for the constant retrieve of our lure to be interrupted by a hungry fish, sometimes given away by the line moving sideways, immediately pulling tight, and other times feeling as if the weight of the lure has disappeared entirely. These feelings are taught with experience and felt through the rod and line, and all have to do with how the fish takes the lure and which direction they move with it after the bite. Whether that be directly away from you, which pulls the line tight, moving to either side of you, pulling the line to the side, or moving towards you, which gives a feeling of weightlessness with no pressure being made on the line. Luckily, RF4 makes this easy for us without the physical feel of a fishing rod in our hands, presenting us with a small fish icon whenever a fish has taken our bait or lure, allowing us to react with a hook set and proceeding with the fight. The fight with the fish is a constant battle to keep our hook from our bait or lure in the mouth of the fish. The fish in turn will be doing everything it can to free the hook loose, including swimming away at the very basic to jumping, shaking their head, and swimming towards cover, snagging your hook or lure in the process. Your job while fighting the fish is to maintain pressure on the line, pulling the rod in the opposite direction that the fish is heading to keep the line tight, reeling in the line as you pull the fish closer to you, and making sure to direct them away from cover, such as logs, rocks, or sticks, if need be. If done correctly, you will be rewarded for your efforts. But now that the tutorial is over, let's talk more about the basics. Why are we using bobbers? Why are there sinkers as well? And why are there so many lures available? All great questions, and still has to do with the presentation of our food source to the fish, whether that be real or fake. So let's start off first locating the fish and understanding how your fishing method and your choice of bait or lure can be geared toward targeting those fish. When it comes down to it, fish are very much like our animals on land. There are small fish and there are large fish, just like there are small and large animals on land as well, and they all have a part to play in the food chain. Fish can be herbivores, eating plants, insectivores, eating bugs and crustaceans, filter feeders, eating algae and plankton, and carnivores, eating flesh or meat, as well as combinations and offshoots of these examples, because sometimes fish just eat whatever they can find. Small fish can be eaten by mid-sized fish, and mid-sized fish can be eaten by larger fish until they reach the size of the apex predator of the water body, or they grow to a size that can't be eaten by anything, at least in the water. While it may be perfectly natural, especially in RF4, to approach a water body with a worm on a hook and simply see what you catch, the next step in your fishing journey is knowing the type of fish you're targeting and what they like to eat. This can be incredibly useful when delivering for cafe orders, for example. Considering what they eat and where they will find that food, whether it be worms and crustaceans near the bottom, shallow water algae, water bugs at the surface, or bait fish near vegetation and structure, or deeper open water where a larger fish can really lend to their speed to chase down their prey. You can even go as far as considering their personality, whether they're curious or shy, defensive or aggressive, all great bits of knowledge to better understand how to fish for a particular species. So when it comes down to deciding between lures, float or bottom fishing methods, what you're really asking yourself is, what is the best method to target the fish I am fishing for, given my current location? Are they wanderers actively searching for food, or aggressive predators ready to chase down a meal? In the following video, we'll be going over the different fishing methods you can use to target these fish to make the most of your RF4 journey, including float fishing, bottom fishing, and fishing with lures.